Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and we are back for some more of the Twilight Princess HD Let's Play. And before we go and start reaching off into our way of the Gerudo Desert, well, we do have another one of these special wolves that we have to go and talk to for that skeleton guy to go and appear and get another one of these upgrades that is going to be happening for Lake. Now, this upgrade is going to be for the Helm Splitter, a very nice good move to go and have so that we can go and destroy out on some enemies that are going to be a little bit more easier with having this Helm Splitter now. And if we ever go and have to fight off with any type of Zalfoses, and if they have anything that's going to be relying with their shields or anything, or any other type of enemies that are going to be dealing with some shield, we could go and use the Helm Splitter to go and use our shield to attack them back, and then go for the strike on top of their head, and that is how we'll be able to go and knock them out pretty quickly. Now, within these two videos for today, not only are we going to just be doing out here, of course, with just Twilight Princess, but we are going to be moving on into some more of the Yokai Watch 3 Let's Play. We are, of course, now going to go and start moving off into the time of the Yokai Watch Factory. And here for this chapter 6 is that it's going to be somewhat of a very, very nice type of chapter to go and be, because now our two type of characters, both with the hero and the heroine side, both with Nate and Hylia, are going to converge into one for this chapter, and we could be able to go and swap between all of our different medallions if we ever do need to, or not only that, but also go and use any type of inventory that is happening on both sides of the different characters if we ever do need them. And now, of course, we are going to have to go and face off with a said boss. That is going to happen with the chapter 6, but it won't be happening for quite some time. So at least for right now, we get to kind of relax for a little bit within the Yokai Watch Factory and see what happens from there. But for right now, we're going to go and kind of continue onwards with some more of what Twilight Princess is going to happen for right now, and that is going to be what our time of today is going to happen. Now, right now, we are currently back over here at Lake Hylia now, since we are done with everything that has to be done with the Skeleton Knight buddy of ours to get that next upgrade. So we have to go and speak on over here to Oru now, and we do have with the fire letter that we have to go and speak on over towards to him for this. And once we do go and deliver this letter to Fire here, he will then go and deliver us all the way over towards to the Gerudo Desert, and we can go and do some stuff there. Now, there is some things that we can go and do some little side questing with before heading off into the Arbiter Grounds, and such as being, we can now go and find that piece of the Elden Bridge that's going to be there, and not only that, but we could also go and search that there is going to be some dayflies as well. These are going to be the special golden bugs within that said area of the Gerudo Desert. I don't think there's really any other type of golden bugs other than just the dayflies themselves, but I do know where both of those two bugs are going to be. Now, normally the female bug, I want to say, is going to be a little bit more of a difficult one to go and find than compared to the male one, because you should be able to go and just search for the dayfly just around within I want to say just in the far, like, maybe left-hand side of where everything's going to be, and you should at least be able to see the dayfly and no type of problem from there. But the female one is more so like in some sort of crevice area, and that's where that female one is going to be. And you may potentially want to go and use the nighttime functionality within here if you want to go and search for the female one if you're having a little bit of some difficulty. But since I do know where it is, we don't really need to really go out of our way to do that here. Now, with Midna, she is going to go and discuss about some other type of things that are going on within her world right now, currently, that's happening. And I think we are going to see a little bit of some more Zant within our way of this cutscene as well, too, in the process. Now, there is going to be that special secretive dungeon around over here in the Gerudo Desert, and since we do have that Amiibo Wolf link, we could actually go and potentially head on over to there, but we'll kind of hold that off just for the time being for right now, as it is, for where it stands. And if you guys do recall with that piece of the Elden Bridge, that once we go and find that, and once we go and attach the bridge back together, there was the west end side of that bridge, and there is going to be a hook shot or a claw shot spot that's going to be located within that way, and we can go and launch ourselves over towards to that spot and head on into a little bit of a hidden little mini dungeon that we could go and do, and search for ourselves for a heart piece, and we'll be doing that within the end of the episode within our way as well too. Now, here in the Guru Desert, if you guys see within the front of our way out there, just in the just into the foreground, of course, there is going to be some claw shot spots within the different trees that we can be able to go and use for to head off into other different places. You can search for like little mini hidden chests. You could also go and do a little bit of a heart piece situation, but we can't do it for right now because we don't really have the sky rod at this point, or I think that's what it's known as, right? The sky rod or something. That is how we're going to be able to go and basically use the special rod to go and move around with the different statues. Unfortunately, we don't really have that right now, but we'll have to come back here to Guru Desert a little bit later to then go and pick up with that said heart piece. Now, here's that special female dayfly that is around in this little crevice. I think there's like two different crevices. There's one that's over to a little bit over to the left-hand side, and then there's one over here to the right-hand side. You want to be sure that you're here in the right-hand side, and we're going to make sure to go and pick that up. And just like that, we got it. We got the dayfly, and it's finally here. So very nice as it is. And hopefully for next time's video, for tomorrow's vid, you guys should be able to hopefully go and see that Super Mario Bros. Wonder should be coming into play. If not, we'll probably just go and jump into some more of like Persona 4 or maybe even Final Fantasy 10. Depends on what happens within the way of what tomorrow's video is going to be looking like with the Yokai Watch there. And yes, just before heading on into where the Bridge of Eldin piece is going to be, there is going to be that time where we are going to have to go find with some more Shadow Beasties. Now, this is going to be an option where you can go and choose between using your Wolf Link powers, or you can go and use Link. For me personally, is that every time that you want to go and fight with some of these Shadow Beasts, you may possibly want to go and use Wolf Link a little bit more, because just using that holding down the B button situation, you can go and knock these guys out here no problem and have no type of situation at all whatsoever with these guys. So just like that, we're gonna knock out the last two and take care of them as well. And now we got ourselves with a special teleporter that we could go and use to go and launch back that Bridge of Eldin piece and make sure that we go and restore it back to its normal glory here. So hooray! Now, I did hear some unfortunate news, is that, unfortunately, Edmonton is now going to be losing another game. They already, so far, Panthers already have 2, and Edmonton only has Zippo right now. But there has been some interesting news in the horizons, though, from what I have heard, is that Bobrovsky, I think the actual goalie, has actually had an injury, and he actually got pulled out of the actual said NHL finals that's happening. Now, I'm not too entirely sure on how long he's going to be out within the actual finals of itself, but that could at least give some sort of light to Edmonton. And I don't know what their side goalie is going to be, but I know that Bobrovsky is a pretty interesting goalie, and he's a really good, fantastic goalie as well. So it kind of sucks that they lost out the best goalie that they have, and I just don't know how their side goalie is going to be all about. But here we go. Let's place that bridge back down. Now, remember that golden bug back a while over here in the Bridge of Eldin when we first arrived over here before the Bridge of Eldin piece just went and decided to just disappear out of nowhere? Well, there is those special mantis golden bugs, and if you actually do want to go and grab out the female bug, and if you decide that you did not want to go and find that female mantis somewhat early throughout our way from beforehand, if you didn't want to go and use the Gale Boomerang, you can use the claw shot and send yourself all the way up to this actual place just before heading on into the cave, and you can go and pick up with that golden bug. Now, majority of this area is going to be pertaining with a lot of the different iron boots, gravity type of situations, just like what we did before the Goron Mines, because this place kind of almost has a little bit of a Goron Mines type of feel to it. Now, I think vaguely from this type of way from before is that this chest, I think, used to be like a 100 rupee chest, but now this chest has now actually decided to be a actual heart stamp type of way for the Miiverse thing out here instead. So very nice indeed. And not only that, but we actually do have a heart container to go and hit things off as well. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching Twilight Princess HD. See you guys in the next one, and of course, peace.